So in this season, as you're moving boldly on your goals, your dreams, the ideas you have, your next level, remember that you can only do so much. So it's important not to even bet on yourself. And you're probably like, why would I not bet on myself? So what I mean by that is you're going to be putting in the work. You're going to do the things that you need to do and be who you need to be to accomplish that goal. But think about it this way: shifting your perspective to not bet on yourself, but to bet on God, who is the author and the finisher and the creator. Bet on God, because God has the master plan of your life. You have free will and you make your choices, but God has the master plans. God's seeing this aerial view and what we can't see. So it's important to put your bet, put your faith, put everything you have on God and do your part, because God's not going to do your part and you're not going to be able to do God's part. So allow God to move in that way. And it's interesting because sometimes we could be trying to make it happen and put our effort in. And trust me, I get it. I'm one of those people who I will execute and figure it out later. Like, I will figure it out later. And that's actually a superpower of mine. However, some things I should have thought about a little bit more. Some things I inserted myself in because I'm serving and helping. And I thought that that's what I was supposed to do. And some things I was. Everything works out in my story, so I don't regret anything. Everything I've always learned from. Some things I do be like, but regardless, I'm grateful for where I am today. So think about your journey. Think about what you've done in the past and behaviors you have and habits you have. I know it was a research study. The National Science Foundation did a study, and it showed that in a day, we have over 60,000 thoughts. And of those 60,000 thoughts, of those, 80%, upward of 80% are negative. And then out of those 60, 95% of them are repetitive. So that means that we're still continuing to go over the same things day after day after day. The same things we're thinking about. It could be from a different angle, the same angle, but we're still thinking about these same things, right? And then 80% of them are negative. Out of those 60, upward of 60,000 thoughts. So it's important to be like, okay, how can I feed my soul with positivity? How can I continue to grow in this gift that I am releasing into the world, the solution that I am bringing? Because your gifts will make room for you. Your gift is making room for you, not you. Your gift is you handle what you need to handle and be what you need to be. But that gift is what's making room for you. That gift is what's bringing the resource, the opportunity, the pay, right? The generational wealth that you are building, everything. Your gift is doing that. And so there's a level of effort that is important for you to focus on, and betting on God is how you do that. Betting on God. Because if you just think about, again, your habits, there's sometimes like I'm fueled to do what I do, but sometimes it gets frustrating and I just got to go take a nap. But when I'm taking a nap, God's working on my behalf, right? Opportunities are being presented when I'm asleep, right? I'm on maternity leave right now. And by the grace of God, an opportunity came and some other people came that helped me, because prior to this, I didn't know how it was going to work out, right? How I'm going to handle everything while I was pregnant, going through health concerns. And then also, I ended up being admitted into the hospital. That whole thing, God was amazing, worked that out. Ended up getting out of the hospital and having my baby 5 weeks early. She's here. And by the grace of God, God has set up the pieces on this chessboard called life. And literally, I'm so grateful for I'm so grateful for what I'm experiencing right now. And I got more to do and more things that, things I'm looking for and I'm expecting and I want. But when I think about God's goodness right now, for me to be able to continue to move forward in some of the things, and there were several things I just had to say no to. So that's just another thing for you. What do you have to say no to so you can move boldly into, God's plans for you? And you have this gift, and it's important for you to get that gift out there. It's important for you not to disregard that gift. It's important for you to say that this gift matters, and no matter how small I think it is, this gift has the power to transform someone else, has the power to bring in, the wealth that I seek. And God's got that for you, and God's telling you. And if you're thinking like, man, that 95% from this study that's saying it's repetitive, what is repetitive in your life right now that you keep thinking about? Like, what's repetitive? You want to write a book. You keep hearing people keep telling you to write a book. So it can't be fluff if different people are telling you. And also maybe nobody's telling you that, but in your being that you're supposed to be doing that. You know that. You can write a book really fast. And I'm not speaking from I did it. I also had people to support me with that too. So you can do it. And why can you do it? Because God's got you. God is with you and working it out. And even I had a conversation yesterday, and I already been thinking about this, but like I am so over trying to make it happen. And I never thought about it that way. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm making it happen. I'm doing it. I'm dipping, I'm diving. I'm going to hop on a plane and go knock on some doors. I was cute before I went there, but then by the time I got on the train, I was walking down the street. My hair is all, big, which I like my hair, like big. But anyway, it wasn't as cute as it was. I was sweating and probably just a little bit like needing to refresh. And then I knock on the door and they looking at me like, what? Who are you? Oh, that's what you do? You don't look like that. You don't look like you do that. I'm just smiling like, yeah, so I do. Here's my car. I would love to, yada, yada, yada. Like, I did a lot of that for decades. And I still will connect. I still will show up and speak. I still will do all these different things. But there's another way that you can do it. And it's not like you always got to, like, force things. And I never thought I was forcing things. I was doing and operating out of my being and what I thought I should do. And it just helped me learn and grow in this new season. Plus, it also helped me with a lot of things, like just even speaking to others. Because there was a time where I was nervous. I wasn't speaking. I always wanted to, but I was nervous. And so a lot of those things was practice for me. And I always found a resource. Every time I did something, to this day, I always find resources. I always get blessed in some capacity. Now, in the middle of that, sometimes it's scammers, sometimes it's other stuff that don't work out. That's that negative part, that not just the thoughts, the things that we've experienced. And the things that we've experienced sometimes stifle us and keep us scared and not moving forward to our next. So think about, what do I desire? Align those desires up with God. And how you do that is going to the Word, reading the Word. Open up your Bible, read it. And that's how, for me, God reveals things for me. Because I'm like, oh yeah, God. People are like, God said. And I'm like, for real, God said that to you? For real. And for me, it's just going to the Word. And in the Word, God reveals to me through those stories. I said it before in several videos, and I said, like, once I realized that the Bible, from what I was told, the Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving Earth. When I heard that, it freed me. It's not a religious book. It's not a book that's trying to keep me from doing certain things and scared. And, it's not a book that is hard to understand. Even I have to read it real slow. And read it again. At one point in time, I wanted to just read it all in a year. And then I was like, and then it didn't work out. And I was like, let me just read it till I understand this one part. If I can get this one part, and apply it to my life, I'm sure God is proud and excited about that. And he's not, maybe not excited, I don't know, but God is happy that or whatever. I don't even know what the right thing was, but God is pleased with me for understanding this one part that I can then apply to my life and continue to do that and continue to grow in my faith. And so don't bet on yourself, because you got habits. You get tired. You got all kind of other stuff going on. You might got some negative thoughts going on, negative experiences that keep being replayed. But just know on the other side of that is your healing. I just got healed from a health concern that I had just last month, right? And so just know that your healing, your finances, your whatever it is you're seeking, whatever it is you're asking God for, you are going to have it. You're going to have it. Who knows when? So in the process, it's about being grateful and doing your best on this journey. Because sometimes I might get an attitude and I'm bothered. So this is not a perfect journey, but it definitely is a purposeful one. And having some things that can help ground you and bring you back to reality, like reading the Bible, practicing gratitude, stepping out in nature, journaling, actually speaking. Maybe you might need to speak to speaking to someone about what you're experiencing so that you can get those out and move forward. I worked in healthcare for about 15 years in different aspects of it. And so we studied the brain, behavior, different comorbidities, whether it was like somebody had diabetes or rheumatoid arthritis, or they had heart concerns or cancer and various things, and studying how that affects the brain, and then also how that affects others in their environments. And when I would go into those homes, many times I would see, every time, I can say every time, I saw something that they enjoyed doing, whether it was reading, being with their pets, their loved ones, being able to garden, playing a guitar, still loving to dress. They all had that, right? And so it showed me the power of how creativity, and God's the ultimate creator, and we are all creative. It's just how you bring it out. It's how you utilize the creativity inside you. And once you activate that, it's amazing what you'll be able to do. And each season is going to require not a different you. You don't have to be different, but an evolved you. And that evolution is beautiful. But it's how you look at it. So don't bet on yourself, because you got all kinds of other stuff going on. Bet on God and do your part so God can do God's part. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'm speaking right now from being healed and being able to now be here with my baby. So you got this. You got this. Drop a comment. Let me know what you're working on. I know a lot of amazing people who teach you about speaking and funnels, and they teach you about, starting your business and all kind of other stuff. And I would love to just help share what they do so that you can find out what works for you and move boldly on whatever your next step is. I am Denisha Ferguson. I am all about helping others move boldly on their goals, their vision, their dreams, and not staying stuck, knowing that you can be successful, your definition of success. And I also do teach you how to take your offer and turn it into a live virtual event. That's what I do. I teach you how to do all that. Yeah. Have a good day. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, and then how was your day. If you have any more insight, you want to drop a Bible verse that goes with this, go ahead. All right. Talk to you soon.